Hi everybody. This is a video to help you learn the basics of recording transactions in T accounts, as I've written up here as a title. Sometimes this is also known as posting to ledger accounts. It means the same thing, and it is entering accounting transactions into these lovely T accounts. We've already learned, as I've illustrated over here, the accounting equation. Assets plus expenses equals liabilities plus capital plus income. And what I've done here is you can see that I've put a T under assets, a T under expenses, a T under liabilities, and so on. And then there are various arrows. And what the arrows indicate is that if you make an entry onto the left-hand side of the assets account, you will increase the amount of assets. If you make an entry into the left-hand side of the expenses account, you will increase expenses. Conversely, if you put an entry into the right-hand side of liabilities, capital, and income, it will increase them. So in other words, what you will see is that the things on the right-hand side here are the opposite of things on the left-hand side. If you want to increase assets, you put it on the left-hand side. If you want to increase liabilities, you put it on the, sorry, did I say right-hand side? Sorry, if you want to increase assets, you put it on the left-hand side. If you want to increase liabilities, you put it on the right-hand side. And in accounting, there are at least two entries that you have to make. You have to make an entry on the left, and you have to make an entry on the right. So you always have to make at least two entries, and therefore you have to make sure that whatever you do to the left-hand side, you do the same exact thing to the right-hand side. Now that may be making an entry in both assets account, or in one entry in the assets account and one entry in the liabilities account. But whatever you do, this equation has to hold. The left-hand side has to equal the right-hand side. Accountants use the word debits equals credits. It just simply means the left-hand side has to equal the right-hand side. So this may seem all a little bit abstract. Let's try to record some specific transactions to show you how this works. May the 1st, here's a transaction. N Wong, this is a long one. N Wong started a trading business by putting $20,000 into the business bank account and contributed a van valued at $36,000. Let's do the first one to begin with. He started a trading business by putting $20,000 into the business bank account. N Wong is the owner of the company. Therefore, he is investing in the business. And you should remember, if you're investing in the business, you're going to use the capital account. So I'm going to label this T account as a capital account. Capital account is obviously capital. So if I want to increase capital, I put it on the right-hand side. So I'm going to put the date, which is 1st of May. And then you put the name of the other account. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, in this transaction, Mr. Wong is putting $20,000 into the business bank account. So the money is going into the bank account. So the name of the other account is bank. And the amount is $20,000. But of course, as I said, you have to make at least two entries. At the moment, we've got an entry on the right-hand side, on the credit side. In order to make sure that our equation balances, we have to now put an entry on the left-hand side of a T account. And we've established that the money is going into the bank account. So let's create a new account. So I've got an entirely separate T account, and bank, I put the date in, name of the other account. In this case, the other account is capital and $20,000. Okay, so what you see here is that I've got an entry on the right-hand side, and I've got an entry on the left-hand side. And it's for $20,000 on both the left and both the right, and therefore my accounts will balance. They will equal each other. My lefts will equal my rights. The accounting equation will hold. Everybody will be happy. But in this transaction, there were two parts to it, right? Mr. N. Wong also contributed a van valued at $36,000. So he also invested a van. So let's go here. We do 1st of May. He gave a van, and the amount of the van was $36,000. So I go back here and I put $36,000, and I just copy the format, $36,000. But I've only got one entry. I've only got one entry now on the right-hand side. I need an entry on the left-hand side. Van is an asset. Just like here, bank is an asset. Van is an asset. So if I want to put an entry on the left-hand side to increase assets, I will increase my assets. So let's create another account. Van, 1st of May, capital, $35,000. Okay, so I've got an entry up here for capital of $36,000 for van, and then I've got an entry down here for van of $36,000. So I have an entry on the left-hand side for $36,000, and I have an entry on the right-hand side for $36,000, and so my transactions will balance. Everything is okay, and I can keep proceeding. Let's try a couple of more examples. 5th of May, bought machinery for $5,500 on credit from Top Machines. So if I buy a machine is an asset. Therefore, I am increasing my asset, so I have to put an entry on the left-hand side if I want to increase my assets. So let's create a machinery account. Let me just make sure I'm going to need a lot more accounts, so I will just copy and create more accounts so I don't have to keep coming back to it. So I need my machinery account. Let's get the date correct. So it's the 5th of May. I'm buying machinery for $5,500 on credit from Top Machines. I'll get to that part in a second. Or actually, why don't we just deal with it now? If I'm buying it on credit from Top Machines, it means I owe Top Machines money. I still need to repay Top Machines. So Top Machines will therefore be a liability. I owe them money. And if I want to increase my liabilities, I put it on the right-hand side. So I bought machinery for $5,500 from Top Machines. So first of all, let me go to my machinery account. 6th of May, Top Machines, 5,500. So what this says, machinery is an asset. Machinery is an asset. I'm increasing my machines by 5,500, and I bought them from Top Machines. Top Machines, I owe them money. I owe Top Machines money. So Top Machines is therefore a liability. I owe them money. So I'm going to put it on the right-hand side because I'm increasing my liabilities. So let me put it on the right-hand side. Always put the name of the other account. Okay, always put the name of the other account. And so I have machinery here for 5,500. I have Top Machines here for 5,500. My left equals my right. This equation still holds. Everything is fine. Next one. Withdrew $4,000 in cash from the bank and placed it into the firm's cash box. Now, if you remember, in accounting, the money that the company has would only be in the bank account or be in the cash account. The excess money that they have would only be recorded in the bank account or the cash account. So in this case, They are withdrawing $4,000 cash from the bank. So I already have my bank account here. And I'm withdrawing $4,000. So going up here, I am decreasing the amount in my bank account. So I need to reduce it by putting it on the right-hand side. So I'm going to put 6th of May. And where is it going? Where is the money going? It's going into the firm's cash box. In accounting, the money, the excess money that you have is either in the bank account or the cash account. So I'm taking it out of the bank account, I'm putting it into the cash account for $4,000. I have decreased my assets of $4,000. But of course, now I need a left-hand entry. I've only got a right-hand entry. I need a left-hand entry. So I'm going to have to create my bank account. So I come down here, I create bank account. What's the date? The date is the 6th of May for $4,000. Whoops, sorry, cash account. 6th of May. Name of the other account is bank. $4,000. And I'm done. I have a left-hand entry for $4,000. And I have a right-hand entry for $4,000. So it balances. My left equals my right. Everything is okay. Notice how in this example for the 6th of May, I'm increasing my assets and decreasing my assets. So I'm not even touching all of these other accounts. All I'm doing is increasing assets and decreasing assets. Here's decreasing my bank account. And then here is increasing my cash account. And it still balances. No problem. Okay, in the interest of time, I'll just do one more. I won't do these last two. These two you can do on your own, and it is in the exercise. Let me do one more. On the 9th of May, I bought goods for $2,800 on credit from Sunny Trading. Now, when you buy goods, what we learned is when you buy goods that you are going to resell to your customers, you're going to resell these goods. Goods is a magic word, and it tells you that you're going to resell them. You need to record them as purchases. You need to use the purchases account when you are going to resell goods. Purchases is an expense. And so in this case, I am buying goods, I am increasing my purchases, so I have to put it on the left-hand side. I'm increasing my expenses, I'm increasing my purchases. And I'm buying it on credit from Sunny Trading. So I owe money to Sunny Trading. They are a trade payable. I owe them money. They are a liability. I need to increase my liabilities. I owe Sunny Trading money. They are a creditor. They are a trade payable. I owe them money. So let's create two more accounts. So 9th of May, I'm just going to copy this down here so I don't forget the details. So let's create another one. Let's first of all put my purchases. As I said, purchases is an expense account. So 9th of May, I'm buying it from Sunny Trading for $2,800. And then I'm also going to need to create an account for Sunny Trading. And 9th of May, purchases $2,800. Okay, so what have I done here? Again, I have recorded the purchasing of goods. Good purchases is an expense account. So that's why if you're increasing your expenses, you put it on the left-hand side. So I put 9th of May, Sunny Trading, $2,800. And then I put it on the right-hand side over here. Sunny Trading, I bought it on credit from Sunny Trading, so I owe money to Sunny Trading. Therefore, I have to put it on the liability side on the right hand side, and hence I put it on the right hand side here, saying that I owe Sunny Trading money. So I've got a right hand side entry and I've got a left hand side entry, and everything balances. So hopefully that gives you a flavor of how to record T accounts. Notice how I do things chronologically, one date after the other. Don't jump dates, just go one by one, and always make sure your lefts equal your right. Follow this formula format to increase the left and increase the right for different types of accounts. I hope that is helpful to your T account exploration.